Good evening, everybody. And Easy English by Eddie Singh greets all its viewer a happy new year 2021. Well, with the new year emerging in front of us, responsibilities are doubled. You have to work hard ahead, and in the series of competitive English, we are continuing certain improvement of sentence. Rather, you can say either improvement of sentence or you may call it error finding. Let us see some of the sentences. Did you finish the work yet? The choices given to improve this statement: had you finished, haven't you finished, would you finish, no improvement. Obviously, the right answer will be haven't you finished. Did you finish will be replaced by haven't you finished the work yet, because yet is such a adverb, yet and still are such an adverb which are generally used in present perfect tense. Like the postman has not yet arrived. You have not yet completed your maths assignment. You have not yet celebrated the New Year Day. You have not yet taken any resolution of the new year. You have not yet decided what to do. You have not yet planned, though CBSE has already announced the commencement of the board exam from 4th May to 10th June, but many of the students have yet not made a resolution or planned their timetable to study. They have not yet chalked out the plan, because no studies can be effective unless you chalk out the plan, you make a strategy to work out. So yet is always used in present perfect, never use yet in any other tense. It is always in perfect tense, particularly in present perfect tense. So the right answer will be haven't you finished the work yet, and that is the improvement. Second question: I will tell you as soon as I will know. Yes, I will tell you about anything as soon as I will know. Several times I have told you in my discussions in language that no two futures can be together. दो फ्यूचर एक साथ कभी नहीं हो सकता, नेवर. एक सिंपल प्रेजेंट का होना जरूरी है. तो ये दूसरा वाला जो सेंटेंस है, देखिए, यस आई विल टेल यू एज सुन एज आई विल नो की जगह आई नो. सिंपल प्रेजेंट, लाइक the match will be postponed if it rains. Yes, if you tell me your problem, I will help you solve it. If you come to me, I will explain the matter. So if you come to me, simple present, I will explain it simple future. Two future cannot be together in the same sentence. So I will tell you as soon as I know. I will tell you about the matter as soon as I know. I will never write I will know, because two futures cannot be together. And here it becomes two futures, which is incorrect. One has to be simple present. If one is simple future, another one will be simple present. Like if you visit Agra, you will see Taj Mahal. If you visit Agra, simple present, you will see Taj Mahal. So here the second sentence is in future, the first one is in simple present. Okay. How are you going to have your car painted? I am going to have it red painted. See now, red painted and painted red. Which one is correct? Painted red. So I am going to have it painted red. First of all, participle will be there, and then the qualifying word will be there. Red here is a qualifying word. So if you are qualifying an adjective, of course participles are adjective, you have to use the another qualifying word just after the participle. So I'm going to get, or I'm going to have it painted red is the right answer. First you will write participle painted, then like you can say कि अगर किसी को कहना है कि मैं अपना ये बुक को बाइंडिंग करवाने जा रहा हूं या करा लूंगा, तो आई विल गेट माई बुक बाइंडेड, और आई विल गेट माई बुक बाइंडेड. अब मैं अपने शर्ट को आयरन कराने जा रहा हूं. आई एम गोइंग टू गेट माई शर्ट आयरन. मैं अपने बाइक का सर्विसिंग कराने जा रहा हूँ. आई एम गोइंग टू गेट माई बाइक सर्विस्ड. Yeah, yes. So the participle will always be there at last, but if there is any other qualifying word, it will come after participle. Like, I'm going to get my shirt, colored red. I'm going to get my coat colored black. Colored black. So this is the way. Then next question, one must obey his parent. One is such a pronoun which is always followed by once. One must obey one's parent. Like he, his, they, their, he, she, her, you, your, yeah, you, your, they, their, we are. Similarly, one once. One must obey one's parent. That is the right answer. Kalidasa is the Shakespeare of India. This is the correct sentence. When you are comparing two proper noun equivalent, then the has to be used or an article has to be used before the proper noun, second proper noun. So Kalidasa is the Shakespeare. It must precede the second proper noun. You are comparing Kalidasa to Shakespeare. Therefore, the second pronoun will be preceded by the. Okay. Kalidasa is the Shakespeare of India. Like Kashmir is the Switzerland of India. Kashmir is the Switzerland of India. Though we are comparing Kashmir to Switzerland, like that. She paid close attention to the man sitting beside her. No, besides. Besides means होता है अलावा, अतिरिक्त, in addition to. Or beside means बगल में. She was sitting beside another man. So another man was sitting beside her. Beside. Besides होता है in addition to. Like, besides being your friend, I am also your teacher. Besides being your guardian, I am also your teacher. Besides being your parent, I am also your teacher. So besides means in addition to, other than, despite, in spite of. Rahul has lived in Delhi for 3 years when his parents came here. The second clause is in simple past tense. So the first clause has to be in past tense. So Rahul had been living in Delhi. That will be past perfect continuous. Either had been living in Delhi or had lived in Delhi. Rahul had been living in Delhi for 3 years, past perfect continuous, when his parents came. Always remember, if the second clause is in past tense, the first clause also will be in past tense. So a past perfect continuous is preferable with simple past, or a simple past and past perfect can be together. We cannot use present perfect along with simple past. Only in a special case where ever since and since are used, we can use present perfect along with simple past. So the second clause being in past tense, the first clause has to be in past perfect. Rahul had been living in Delhi for 3 years when his parents came there. Yeah. Do you know to prepare, balance it? Actually, the verb know is always followed by or preceded by followed by, succeeded by how. Like, do you know how to drive a car? Always use how. Do you know how to prepare a balance sheet? You cannot write do you know to prepare a balance sheet. You have to use the word how in order to make it correct. So, do you know how to drive a car? Do you know how to drive a car? Do you know how to prepare a balance sheet? Do you know how to speak English? You have to use with no, always use how. Well, like that, give me a paper to write. This is wrong. Give me a paper to write on. Give me a pen to write with. You write with a pen, you write on a paper. So you have to use preposition at the end. Give me a paper to write on and give me a pen to write with. You always write with a pen, you always write on a paper or a piece of a paper. And the last question, neither plants nor animals can survive without oxygen. It is a correct sentence. Neither is always followed by nor, and you are using a model can. It is a correct. So this is how we have concluded today's discussion of competitive English and the error finding and improvement of sentences, keeping in mind that always there are certain structures which are fixed. Past perfect and simple past go hand in hand. So when you are using the second clause in simple past tense, then you cannot use present perfect along with simple past unless there is a special condition. Therefore, Rahul had been living in Delhi when his father came there. So this is an important thing to notice about that. And most importantly, when you are using the word no, KOW, the verb no, you have to use the word how. Do you know how to drive a car? Do you know how to, speak English? Do you know how to speak Tamil? Do you know how to explain the things like that? So no is always followed by how. Thank you. Have a nice day. Have a nice and wonderful